and you don't think there's something wrong, there's something wrong with you. Okay?
This could all go horribly wrong at any minute.
Hello there, and welcome to the 239th edition of Lewis Pipes Rantcast, entitled Can't Keep Up. I don't know how to do it. I've talked about this before, and I will continue to talk about it, no doubt, for quite some time, but it really is. I can't even come close to the amount of things that are occurring and being able to talk about them, and then finding an angle to speak to you about this stuff, because it is a continual pounding and pounding and pounding in it. And it gets tougher when you actually have things to do, which I did. I was, as I said before, I went down into the University of North Carolina and received an award down there. We'll talk about that some other time. It was really great. I got to do a little talks with the students. That was really great. And some very strange things. I was the only, and I'll probably repeat this, the only one who got an award. Who, it turns out, was selected by the faculty. They're very proud of that. Not by the Board of Trustees, but that's for another time. Also, did my last two shows. We'll save that for next week. And my thank yous that go out far and wee around to let folks know. But it's and while I was there, what goes on? While I'm performing in Williamsport, the No Kings March occurs, and some people are very upset about this. Mike Johnson called it the Hate America March. Okay, it's not a Hate America March. All right, I can't go through this where they're. You just, please, okay? These are your people, all right? These aren't some, commie pinko, whatever you want to call them, radicals. Chuck Schumer's a radical. Chuck Schumer talks to the American people as if he has milk and granola in his mouth, and he's not chewing it, okay? All right? Not even close. They're bending their knee to... the guy who's the mayor of New York. No, they're not even close, okay? They're tolerating it. It's not a party of fucking radicals reacting. Please stop it. You know that, so zip it and try to get shit done. Both sides. Because we're still in the middle of 21st day of a government shutdown. I will repeat it again and again and again, all right? They're talking about, well, we're going to have to do this, go argue back and forth. Well, they did this, that. They did this, that. No, enough of that. Get together, whoever takes, sit down, discuss the fact that this kind of shit can't happen at all, ever, okay? You can't pull that lever. You're the fuckers who are, been elected. You were elected to run the government. That's your job. And you're not doing it. You're not even doing it now. And people are fucking suffering. And they're out there suffering. And both sides go, yeah, but that's really important. No, fucking stop trying to prove your point and sit down and eat your fucking humble pie. And both of you get on with what needs to be done. All right? I can't even begin to discuss. It's stunning that we're going through this. Absolutely stunning. And meanwhile, he's over in Israel, but patting himself on the back, and he's had his J.D. Vance over today, another a genius, really, a political genius when it comes to eye makeup. So, and what do we got? We got they have the No Kings March, and then he does this kind of a meet, whatever you call it, and Truth Social has got him flying over whatever city, I don't know. I didn't study it. I just saw it, a bit of it, which is all you needed to see, because it was disgusting. Okay? He's the president of the United States. He's flying over the marchers, the the radical fucking, they're, boy, oh boy, they're going to get ready to destroy things. And he's flying over in a fighter jet, shitting on the American people, okay? And that should have been on the front page of every newspaper in the country. I don't care what side you're on, all right? But you don't allow it. You don't find it as, okay, you allow it, but you don't find, it's not acceptable behavior. I don't care. Not even close, all right? You want to yell and scream about it all you want. I get that. But him shitting on him, wearing a crown. And then J.D. Vance, in his whatever it was, flying, I think, wearing a crown. Listen, are you kidding me? What's the matter with you? What the fuck is the matter with the two of you? Treat the people who were protesting with some respect, and your party might be able to move on. But this is really disgusting. Shitting on the American people. It is beyond belief, okay? And I will repeat this time and time again until hopefully maybe even I find the ability to get inside this and write the book, which needs to be written, where you take all of the actions and create a piece of fiction and look at it as, or at least, I don't know if you can create a piece of fiction because it's fine. And I will repeat it, that if you read a novel, and it was about what he's doing now, and he's the president, and it said that the president had a reverie where he shared with the American people a video of himself, an AI-generated video of himself flying over the American people with a crown on his head, shitting on them. You'd laugh. I'm sorry. You would laugh because you go, wow, I'm glad he's not the president. But that's a funny thing for the president to do. And it is, if it's fiction. It isn't what a president should be doing, and I don't care. How do you get to say that? Because I believe in behavior. And that's unacceptable behavior. I need adults. I need adults to do the talking to him. All right? Shameful. Shame. It's shameful. Okay? And once again, as Mr. Welsh said, have you no shame? And they don't. And then J.D. Vance talking about the young Republicans who were sending out all sorts of racist epithets on their in their chats together, and J.D. Vance said, well, young people making jokes. There was no joke, Mr. Vance. Not one joke was made. And to say that they were jokes is to excuse it? Really? I can't even begin to. And then I'm not going to do anything to the White House. He goes ahead to build his fucking ballroom and whacks away at the White House. And literally, as soon as he started to do it, there should have been a picture out. As soon as he started to do it, the Democrats should have shown up there and a Republican together and said, look at this. This is unacceptable. Okay, why? Because you're not allowed to do it unless you give him permission. I don't care if you're the president. You're not allowed to do it. It's our house. It's not your house. Okay? But it's not being paid. I don't give a fuck. Okay? You go through the channels and you get permission to do it. I lived in Washington as a kid, all right? And you drive by that place and you kind of go, wow. And you look at it now and you go, holy fuck. Who could do that? Who could fucking do that without permission? Because he's in charge. Wow. This is, enough is enough. That's it. Except for this is all that need to be said. The front page of this paper, the top 10% of U.S. households now account for nearly half of all spending. 90% get the other half. And you don't think there's something wrong? There's something fucking wrong with you. Okay? That gap is growing and growing and growing. And enough is fucking enough. And that's all I got to say today. That is it. I'm on the Daily Show tomorrow, so I look forward to it. I think you might get a kick out of it, and I look forward to it. And I'd go on, but there's no reason to. I've got some a couple of really great rants. They're all very good, but there are a couple that hit the mark. And then these I read recently, and then there's others that'll be once Jamie Salkin is able to get to them. We kind of edited some stuff. Some of the we did the Rant is Due live, and boy, we had a few things there that were well worth your time. So I'm no longer touring. We've wrapped that up, and I will do shows from time to time. But she said, no, I said I'm done touring. Not 120 shows a year, but some on occasion, and some live Rant is Dues. And not a lot, because I want to sit down and write, and I'm going to do it. And I look forward to it. And I look forward to spending time with you doing this, the Rantcast. So thank you again for joining me. Thank you to all of you who continue to write one rant after another. It's my pleasure to read them, and it's my honor. Hope this is a great week, and I hope we're not flooded with another 400 things we got to worry about. But I fear we will be. And just take care of yourself. And Halloween is coming, but it's not really. Thanksgiving is coming, but not really. Merry Christmas. From Danielle Spots. Well, this one will not be popular, but I fucking hate craft beer. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry brewed a batch of piss in their garage and decided it was a good idea to sell it to the masses. What the fuck? People make fun of all the different coffee available, but will spend their weekends sampling swamp water and pretending to actually like this shit? Well, it's $40 a pint. It's gotta be good. No beer is actually good. It used to be the cheap way to get drunk. Now you have to mortgage your house for a buzz and a wretched hangover. No thanks. Drink liquor like fucking adults and shut the fuck up about hops. Well, Danielle, that's what's I'm staring at. I don't know. I think there may be a big response to that. People love beer. There's a lot of people who love beer. My friend Kathleen, Bud Light, I think, yes. And my friend Ray Larson, Bud Light. A lot of folks that I know drink beer, and they're going to be irritated. And that we haven't even gotten to the people who are drinking those craft beers. And I'll tell you, what's really great, even if you don't like the beer, in Williamsport this recently, where I was, the but hadn't been there before, 2 distilleries making beer. Okay, it's helping the economy in its own way. So thank you for getting it off your chest and sharing with us. Take care. I didn't get a chance to read this, Dane, but this is from you, Dane Smith. This was came in at the Easton, PA show. Well, good news, everyone. Route 22 is under consideration to become an interstate highway. Fucking believable. Let's take a mess, do the typical government easy action, and just rename it. What the fuck? Now we can just sit in stop and go traffic and admire the new fucking I-22 signs and be so happy with the change. Lewis, tell your driver to avoid 22 on the way out of Easton. It will save you some time. After this show, I plan on doing the same to enjoy your show in Williamsport. Fuck the easy way out by just renaming a clusterfuck, and fuck Route 22 or I-22 or whatever it's called. Fuck. Practice some common sense. All right, Dane. And I hope you enjoyed the shows.
And I hope you enjoyed your drive and that you were able to skip those places. All right. Here we go. ACHH sent us this. Hello. This one's partially about my job, so I'm not saying my real name. But it's a fucking doozy. So strap in and strap on, sir. Do not blame me if you keep this one for another time, because it's a fucking long-ass rant. So I'm a millennial, which means I've been fucked in the ass with no lube since I started college in 2008. I've never seen a good economy, but even now, making more money than ever at 40K a year, so not even a lot. And this is the first time in my life I've lived paycheck to paycheck. So not only do I wake up, pop 3 fucking anxiety pills because the fucking shithole country we live in is full of stupid fucks being run by racist dumb fucks who couldn't find their dick with a magnifying glass. I have to work in hell. I work for one of the largest health insurance companies and companies overall in the United States. To put it in perspective, if they were a country, their fucking GDP would place them at number 38 in front of Hong Kong. Wow. It's amazing. These fucks pay us jack shit. Again, 40K a year. Been there for 3. And the best part is my fucking insurance from their fucking company that I fucking work my ass off for covers fuck all. Because my deductible is 5K. K is 1,000. In case you don't, 5,000 is the deductible. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. I mean, you got to have oh, wow. Then they have the fucking gall to talk about how great our culture is, while fucking is over. They could pay us 110K extra on top of our salary if they wanted to, but no. They think my landlord accepts a crisp high 5 as fucking payment. So I just wanted to say, fuck insurance companies. Medicare for all now. These greedy fucks all have BlackRock, Vanguard, and or C Street as major shareholders. They do not give a fuck if you live or die. They penalize me for using the fucking bathroom too much by withholding a fucking bonus. Is that, I mean, that's astonishing. How do they know how do they know? Well, they probably have a video camera in there. I missed the metric by 0.02. We got 7 minutes a day away from our fucking desk outside of breaks. Fuck them all, especially you, CBS. Fuck you for making me work during the fucking apocalypse for fucking peanuts. By the way, that premium you pay goes into their pockets for perks like a fucking John Legend concert in Epcot and CEO bonuses while they raise your deductible and premiums. Anyway, sorry for the long one. Don't be. If you don't read the whole thing, understand completely. My husband and I got to see you in Easton last night. That's nice. And goddamn, I needed a laugh. Haven't laughed that hard since Tiny Orange Hitler got into office. Thank you so much. We've been feeling fucking crazy. You shouldn't be feeling fucking crazy. It's unbelievable. I have CBS, does my pills now for my insurance, SAG-AFTRA. And they switched from Walgreens. I forget who they switched from. Okay, that'll give you an idea. And all of a sudden, now that's what make it easier. And some of the times I go, I'm paying peanuts. I'm paying nothing for a drug, great. And then other times, it's literally, are you shitting me? But this is insane. 7 minutes a day away from your fucking desk outside of breaks. I mean, that's crazy. 7 minutes. I mean, you should be able to wander around a little, for God's sake. It's really, you're not working at a CBS, okay? You can come back and do a few minutes maybe later before you leave your job. I mean, wow, this is brutal. This is just brutal. $5,000 is the deductible, and you work for the company. That's beyond disgusting, and I mean it. Fuck you, CBS. Son of a bitch. Thank you, ACHH. I'm not sure. It's probably good you didn't leave your name. And thanks for sending that in. People need to actually know, what people are dealing with in reality. And thanks for coming to the show. And I'm really sorry you have to go through all this shit. I have to say, I really have to say. I mean, mine is a SAG-AFTRA insurance, and it's good, and I'm lucky that it is. And I have to say that my deductible, I don't know what it is, but it's certainly not psychotic. And that is psychotic. You would have to have something, I think, cut off. Maybe cut up just a little bit, just a touch, and go to $5,000. Maybe do that every year. They go, wow. Well, you're right on it. We're going to be sure you get your money. Wow, 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 wow. From Lora Briggs, $1 billion and a smirk. This is a Lewis Black style rant, and then she gives directions in it that are great, but I won't be doing them, Lora, because I'm sitting here, and as much as I'll do some of them because I do it naturally, and I appreciate that you can see what I do, and maybe you should go in a direction. You could come in here and be a guest director as I sit here at my cable access studio, and you could zoom in or whatever you do in here, however that works. However this works, whatever. Fuck it, Lewis. Just get on with it, okay? You know what makes my blood pressure hit experimental rocket levels, Canada? $1.4 billion. That's what we shovel into the CBC every year. $1.4 billion. So they can bring us the finest government-approved bedtime stories and a taxpayer-funded drama about a depressed moose detective in Manitoba. It used to mean something. CBC was the voice of the country. You could turn on the radio and hear Pete Gazowski talking to fishermen, truckers, and poets. And it felt like this sprawling, frozen mess of a nation actually made sense for 5 minutes. Now it's a giant PR machine where the hardest hitting headline they'll print is Prime Minister's new socks, a step forward for Canada. We're paying $1.4 billion for sock porn. And here's the kicker. While people on disability and our elders get a couple of $100 a month for rent, which doesn't even cover a cardboard box in Vancouver, CBC executives are handing themselves bonuses worth more than I make in a year. More than I make in a year. You know what that does? That gives Trudeau his trademark smirk. You know the one, that arrogant, condescending grin like he's saying, oh, you thought democracy was for you? Oh, how adorable. $1.4 billion could actually fix the potholes on the Trans-Canada Highway. It could fund housing for seniors, for veterans, for people who fought for this country. Hell, it could buy every Canadian a Tim Hortons double-double and a maple donut. But instead, we're funding executives who couldn't find accountability with both hands in a map. Meanwhile, real journalists, the ones telling the truth, are duct taping microphones to hockey sticks and live streaming with phones held together by hope. Because in Canada, truth is now a crowd-funded project. You pay for it on Patreon. And CBC, they've got shiny studios, polished anchors, and the backbone of a particularly limp beaver. $1.4 billion buys a lot of silence. It buys politicians who have to answer for their mistakes. And while elders choose between rent and groceries, CBC execs toast each other with champagne and say, coming up next, we'll tell you why it's your fault you can't afford food. No! For $1.4 billion, I want reporters so terrifying that politicians wet themselves at press conferences. I want answers, not socks. But hey, at least the Moose Detective got renewed for season 2. Good for him. Wow, good for you, Lora. Good for you, Lora Briggs. And I've really enjoyed that, even though I'm stunned. So that that'll give you an idea of what's going on. We're fucking everybody everywhere. Anyone can get fucked. People are getting fucked. It's unbelievable. Wow. And I didn't know. I thought the CBC isn't that government agency. They give themselves bonuses. Is anybody home? No. I thought that, I figured that's bullshit. I'm kind of stunned by that. If you could explain how somebody at a government agency gives themselves a bonus and it's really the same. It's the same here. Except that PBS, they just took away everybody's, our radio and TV. They just said, fuck you. And just said, we can't support this because it is kind of as honest as a network can be. And we kind of try to get information out to the hinterlands who don't have access to radio, or television, especially in terms of getting like weather and stuff. Wowie, wow, wow, wow. Wow. And there's a ton of rural America, I can tell you that. Wow. I am stunned. I knew things could get a little rough up there, but this is really, wow. All I can say is wow. Thanks, Lora. This is really a recipe wrapped up as a rant from Nick Merlino. Hello, Mr. Black. Longtime fan, first-time ranter. You know what pisses me clean off? Fucking no-bake lasagna noodles. Speaking as an Italian-American, I find these to be a disgrace to my ancestors. These chefs on television are morons on the TikTok making this bullshit and calling it a meal. I say blasphemy. If there's one thing I know, it's how to make a goddamn lasagna. My mother loved me and showed me how to use regular lasagna noodles, and you don't have to boil them. You build your meal in the pan with uncooked noodles along with extra sauce. Cover it tight with foil and bake it for, at least an hour. There you have it. Perfect every time. Huh? You bunch of uncultured fucks. Maybe it's all part of the big pasta's agenda for us to buy unnecessary product so we can eat fucking paste. Don't even get me started on these bastards that use cottage cheese instead of ricotta. No, I won't, Nick. I fully understand that. I didn't know that. I'll have to ask my good Italian friend Neil Mazzella, who does some cooking, about that lasagna noodles. I'm sure you're right, and I'm sure your mother was right, and your grandmother, and your mother's mother's mother. Always great. God, I love lasagna. They make a good one up the street here. Thank you. We get another one from Canada. Yep, I think things are getting a little irritated for them up there. Or more people are listening. Or they finally need to get stuff off their chest. They are There are people who I adore, and here we go. Greetings from Canada, or as your fucked up president who's worried about what's in his pants calls it, the 51st state. But frankly, I'd say the Great White North is more appropriate when our winters hit. I suspect at one point everything will wind up being owned by Coke, Pepsi, and Microsoft, especially given how the world continues to become increasingly about the almighty dollar. Ah, yes, cash, one among several things which can make even the most stable individuals lose their goddamn minds while living from paycheck to paycheck, be it welfare or working 9 to 5, or in this case, 9 to 9, just so folks can afford utilities and food, assuming the crap most grocery stores carry can even be considered food. Kraft singles? That's not cheese. Cheese whiz? I'd call that bullshit cheese cum, if anything, mixed in with some mystery additive to disguise the taste and change the texture. From Jerome Garcia, very apropos at this time, and I really am glad you sent this in. Student lunch debt. We've created a system where 6-year-olds can have debt, like they're tiny Wall Street executives who over-leveraged themselves on chicken nuggets. Little Timmy's credit score is tanking because he couldn't cover his fish sticks on Tuesday. He's 7. The kid still believes in the tooth fairy, but apparently we think he needs to understand compound interest on a $3 grilled cheese. And here's the thing. We're spending $962 billion, with a B, billion dollars on the military in 2025. We've got aircraft carriers, submarines, and tanks. We spend more money on our military budget than the next 12 countries combined. But feeding kids, while they sit in school learning about what a great country this is, no, that we can't afford. That's where we draw the line. We'll spend $2 million on a single missile. A missile! A thing designed to blow up and disappear. But a turkey sandwich for Jessica in the 4th grade? Well, we're going to need some paperwork on that. Going to need proof of income, forms, mountains of forms, forms for free lunch, forms for reduced lunch, forms for proving you're poor enough. Sorry, your family only eats ramen 4 nights a week instead of 5. You'll have to pay full price. We call them the future of America. The future. We put that on bumper stickers. We say it at graduations. But apparently, we want that future to arrive hungry and in debt. We're investing in the future by starving it, by giving it a credit score before it can do long division. And teachers, those poor fucking teachers, are using their own money to cover kids' lunch debt. Money they don't have because we don't pay them. We've created a system where the people we trust to educate our children are standing in the cafeteria like loan sharks. Don't worry, sweetie. I'll spot you for the tater tots. In some places, we are giving kids different meals if they owe money. You get a cheese sandwich while the other kids eat a hot lunch. We are shaming children over food in America. We looked at a hungry 8-year-old and thought, you know what this needs? Public humiliation. We have systems to track this, software, databases. Some administrator's entire job is managing child food debt. We'll bail out our banks for billions, but we're nickel and diming kids over chicken patties. Student lunch debt? In America, we're teaching kids math so they can calculate how much they owe us for eating. Are we feeling great yet, America? I need a fucking drink. That is really well said, well put, well done. Jerome, well done. From Alexa Nocera, she's pissed and rightfully so. Louis, my brother is getting engaged to a complete money-grubbing, social-climbing charlatan who's after his money, well, really after his inheritance. She's trying to compete with me and my husband, but she has no shot considering my husband, thanks to his hard work, is very wealthy and has been since before I met him. She is extremely jealous to the point that my husband tried to take my brother to Costa Rica and get him laid in a weekend orgy with hookers to break my brother and his girlfriend up. She's an absolute money-grubbing cunt. But joke's on her, because I'm the executive of my parents' estate. So she's not seeing a dime. Thanks for the rant and the story. Wow. It's just amazing what people do. I mean, for cash, rather than actually trying to find something they want to really do. Or somebody they really love. Someone they really care about. Wow. Wow, it took him to Costa Rica for a weekend orgy. Yeah, I wish I'd been invited. No, seriously not, actually. That's really, wow. It's the with hookers part. I've never really spent time with hookers. I'm gonna stop. Stop. From my friend Eric Markley. Dear Lou, I have to rant about Febreeze. It has got to be the dumbest invention since Christian nationalism. I mean, for fuck's sake, whoever invented this shit should be forced to sit in their own shit, because it does not matter what scent you choose with Febreeze. All it does is add that scent to the odoriferousness of pure, unadulterated human shit. God damn son of a bitch. I fucking hate that. I do not want to get into someone's car and instantly smell citrus or shitberry or Japanese cherry shit blossom or vanilla shit suede or linen and shit sky. No one needs any of that. These fucking corporations will say anything to get everyone to buy their stupid fucking products. Even claim that they eliminate odors at the microscopic level, which is complete and utter fucking bullshit. My nose knows better, goddammit. Febreeze does not do shit. Fuck Febreeze. And fuck anyone who wastes their money on that fucking garbage. Fuck those motherfucking goddamn son of a bitchin' cunty consuming fucking whores of American human beings. Fuck! Your friend forever, Eric Markley. Thank you, Eric. Wow. It's amazing what people can get worked up over, and it's good. Thanks to all of you for listening to my Rantcast. If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, send it in to me at lewisblack.com/live. You can think of it as therapy, or whatever you want to think of it as. Just let it rip. And I want to thank the true stars of our show, the ranters, and the splendid rants they gave us. Louis Black's Rantcast was created and hosted by me. Aha, Louis Black. Our live rant audio was produced by James Salter. Our theme song by Chris Lane. Executive producer, Ben Brewer. Executive producers, Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly.